Card, please.
On April the 20th, 2009, the Russian Dinara Safina was confirmed as the WTA's newest world number one. She was the 19th different player to hold that honour and remained at the top for 26 of the next 28 weeks. That's longer than Tracey Austin, Clijsters, Venus Williams or Safina's compatriot Maria Sharapova managed. And yet the now retired Safina is never mentioned in the same breath as those players. Her 6-month reign as world number one, despite never having won a Grand Slam, is almost forgotten now and was ridiculed at the time, particularly by the player she deposed from the top spot, Serena Williams. We all know who the real number one is, Serena told a media conference at the Italian Open 2 weeks into Safina's reign. Quite frankly, I'm the best in the world. But of course there can be a difference between the best in the world and the world number one. Rankings are not a measure of players' overall ability, more a statistical form guide, a snapshot in time. And at that point, Safina's climb to the top and her stay throughout much of the year was meritocracy in action. Serena's broadside at the Russian was also badly timed. She went on to lose her first match in Rome, while Safina stretched her rankings lead over Serena by winning the tournament. Safina's response to Serena's dig was resolute. "It's not luck. Nobody gave it to me. I played 2 Grand Slam finals and last year I won 4 titles. This didn't come out of the sky." The debate rumbled on throughout 2009. When asked, Serena regularly pressed her claims to the crown, particularly after winning Wimbledon, a couple of days after Safina had been steamrolled by Serena's sister Venus in the semis. "I think if you hold 3 Grand Slam titles, maybe you should be number one, but not on the WTA Tour, obviously. It is what it is. I'd rather be number 2 and hold 3 Grand Slams in the past year than be number 1 and not have any. I think Dinara did a great job to get to number 1. She won Rome and Madrid." After being blitzed by Venus 6-1, 6-love, winning only 20 points in the match, the heaviest defeat suffered by a world number 1, a defensive Safina was quizzed about her status. "What do you want to tell me about this? The last 4 Grand Slams I've made it to at least the semi-final. The rankings are the result of how you play the whole year, not just 1 or 2 tournaments." On another occasion, she said of Serena, "If she has some questions, she can go to the WTA." Like most of the public, the media also decided Serena was their true champion. In reflecting on Wimbledon, Damien Cox, writing in the Toronto Star, was damning of Safina's status. "Only the computer believes Safina is the best female player in the world," he wrote. "She's never won a major title and has soared to the top of the computer rankings, mostly on the basis of retirements of a variety of stars, a lack of activity from others, and the ability to rack up points by winning tournaments few care about. Such is the ragged state of the women's tour these days. Last year at this time, Ana Ivanovic was number 1. Today she's not even in the top 10. Now Safina wears a paper crown, with either Venus or Serena Williams clearly the best in the world." He may have been right on that last point, but the characterization of Safina almost gaming the system was unfair. While her trophy cabinet wasn't exactly heaving, her achievement was built on consistency throughout the year, exactly what the rankings are designed to reward. In the 12 months leading up to her taking over at number 1, she reached the semi-finals or better at 11 of the 16 events she entered, including 2 Grand Slam finals and silver from the Olympics. After reaching the top spot in April 2009, up to that year's US Open, Safina won 38 of her 45 matches, making the semi-finals or better in 8 out of 10 tournaments, including another Grand Slam final. However, Serena's pressure meant Safina's grip on the top was flimsy. The American reclaimed the number 1 spot for 2 weeks in October, and although Safina got it back for a week, she relinquished it again in November. It was as good as the Russian's career ever got. She played only 24 more matches over the next couple of years, and a chronic back problem and a loss of form saw her plummet to 62 in the world by the end of 2010. Madrid in 2011, shortly after her 25th birthday, turned out to be her swan song, though she didn't formally announce her retirement for another 3 years. In a 2020 interview, Safina opened up about the stress of life at the top. "I always had a dream to be famous, number 1 and all this, but suddenly I felt so much pressure being there. I thought it was going to be fun. You become famous, you become number 1, and everybody is happy. It's actually the opposite. Everybody wants to beat you." As Safina's star ascended, she found it more and more difficult to cope with the pack hunting her down. Her inability to handle pressure was behind her failure to win a coveted Grand Slam, and then destroyed her motivation to return from the back injury which ended her career. In a way, it came almost as a relief. I had enough of this pain, and I think another thing was that finally I could step away from all the pressure I had, she admitted. I don't want to go back because I know I'm going to be the same, taking it too seriously and crying. After turning her back on tennis, she earned a law degree, then sat at a desk for 2 years as operations director for a Moscow IT firm. Now she's back in tennis as a coach and admits she doesn't want players to fall out of love with the sport the way she did. I want them to understand that tennis is a beautiful life, it's a beautiful sport, it's so much joy, and even the hard work should be a joy. Jelena Jankovic and Karolina Pliskova also rose to number 1 without a Grand Slam title, but no player was scrutinized quite like Dinara Safina, a player defined more by what she didn't win than what she did.